Welcome back to Mike's Archery, and we're here at the 2020 ATA show, checking out all the new products and all the new innovations from this year. So stay tuned to all our videos this week as we bring you some of the latest stuff from the archery industry. We're here at the 2020 ATA show, and we stopped in at Air Venturi. We've got Scott with us here with the new Steambow, which is a really unique creation, and we had to get some video on this thing because it is an unbelievable product that allows you to use compressed air to cock and uncock a crossbow. And I'm going to let Scott talk about the features of this thing and how it works, so you can kind of get an idea of how different this is than the standard crossbow.
All right. So, like you were saying, I mean, basically it operates just like a normal crossbow, with the exception of it has a Hypersphere System that allows you to cock and decock it. It gives you a few different things you can do because of that. So as you can see, the limbs, the string are under no tension right now. So it actually allows you to be able to collapse the limbs, so you can walk around with it and not get snagged on anything. It also allows you to throw it in a smaller case if you like to.
Store it someplace at the house as well in a much smaller area.
But then when I go to engage it, I usually do it just kind of like you would normally do a crossbow. But I can do it with just my fingers. So now it's ready, sort of. But then,
so at this point we've got it cocked per se, but there's still no tension on the limbs and strings to speak of.
So then you can walk around with it like that. You can actually have a bolt in there and feel a little bit more comfortable because you're not actually ready to shoot. And then when you are ready to shoot, turn this around. You just push this button.
So now we've fully flexed the limbs on this bow to full capacity to get the full power out of your crossbow.
And unlike a normal crossbow, you don't get to take your shot. Instead of having to fire it into the ground or otherwise disengage it, you just pull the plunger.
So very unique opportunity here for you to have a bow that's virtually safe, as it's not really fully cocked, but then the ability to always decock it with just the pull of a plunger. You're not having to fire a bolt into the ground, tear something up, carry a discharge target with you. It just opens up so many opportunities there for you just to put this thing at full draw and then collapse it back down, which is really cool. It's a unique way to do it. And I think when we talked a little bit, I guess there's some spacer plates you can put in here, because we do a lot of bow fishing and things, maybe for stingrays or some other stuff. If you wanted to use a crossbow for that, you can put some spacer plates in here. It'll only cock it halfway, so you won't get full tension and blowing through stuff and burying it in the ground if you wanted to use lighter poundage on that same bow. What's the price point on this thing, Scott?
This unit's about $1,500 retail.
Okay. And then the other cool thing that they're doing is they're working in conjunction with Excalibur. And so this is an Excalibur Bulldog 440, and you can actually buy basically a conversion kit for your current 440, or I think you're going to have 440s already coming with this at some point.
Yeah.
If you want to buy it as a complete kit. And that's going to allow you to put this same Steambow technology on the front of currently a 440, and they're working on some other models so that you can have the exact same ability with an Excalibur crossbow to draw and decock an Excalibur bow with compressed air, and also be able to fold those front limbs on your Excalibur. So just some really cool features there.
That's extremely handy with the 440, because those limbs are no joke. You can see the pistons are quite beefier than these.
Yeah, if you've ever shot an Excalibur and gotten to their top end stuff where you're pulling literally 290 pounds, that last couple inches can be a beast to get it cocked. But with this, simple push of a button, run some compressed air into those tanks, and you're fully cocked and ready to go. And then, like I said, the ease of just pulling that plunger and putting it back down. From my understanding, this is going to be about $1,000 retail for a conversion kit.
Yep, approximately.
So, the other capacity of this is if you do have some type of impediment, some type of handicap that you're trying to work through that doesn't allow you to cock a crossbow, this is going to be something that special needs market is going to allow that person with just a simple push of a button to cock and decock their crossbow, give them a little more independence if they got lack of mobility. So there's just a lot of options and a lot of interesting things that we're going to be able to do with this bow. So I think keep your eyes out on this one for some really cool technology that's different from what we've seen in the past on an automatic cocking crossbow.
Yeah. I mean, it really changes. It just gives you some different options. Like now, you could be in your backyard. If you have a decent source of air, you can shoot and shoot and shoot and not, you know, you don't get tired. You don't get tired of cocking it. You know?
Yeah, like a lot of guys don't practice with their crossbow because cocking it is the worst part. And this just allows you to walk out there if you got compressed air tank and can refill it. You know, you can cock this thing several times and be good to go and enjoy shooting a lot of arrows out of your crossbow. Scott, I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Brian.
This is a really cool product. We look forward to playing with it and seeing what it does out there for folks. Okay. And then, so you can load. You can already go ahead and just load your arrow. However, this bow is under no pressure at this point to actually shoot an arrow. So hopefully I get this right.
If you want, you can adjust the stock back or the stock back further.
Nah, it should be fine, but we pull it or push it?
Push.
Okay. It's really quiet when it fills up too, so it's not made it didn't make any noise as it was cocking the crossbow there either. All right. It's very cool. I mean, it still shoots like a crossbow. I mean, nothing there any different, but it definitely eliminates you having to cock it, eliminates all that extra force and effort you got to put into it to get it going, and still a great bow. I think it's going to be a real neat product. And then, like I said, the ability to be able to decock that thing at the end of the day, because let's face it, 90% of the time when you hit the woods or come back, we haven't shot. So that just, you don't have to tear up an arrow or keep a discharge target or anything with you. You can just decock it, put it in your truck, or even break it down completely and put it in a smaller case or wherever you need to store it at the house. So great product from Steambow, and just something very unique that's going to help a lot of hunters stay in the woods and get in the woods with a different ability here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Always give us some likes and comments in the section below, as well as follow us on all the social media with Facebook and Instagram.